Okay, so welcome back students. Today we start maxima and minima in application of derivatives. Before this we have studied about the increasing and decreasing function, in which we have studied that if a graph is of this type, means from A to B, it is decreasing. And for all these points from A to B, if we find the tangent, if we find the slope of tangent at any point between A and B, if a point between A and B is x1 comma y1, then if we find dy by dx at this point for this given curve, it is always less than or equal to 0. This is for decreasing function. And for increasing function, what we have observed for increasing function? For B to C. So at any point if a tangent is drawn from B to C, it is clearly observable that function is increasing from B to C. And if a tangent is drawn, the slope of that tangent, which is denoted by dy by dx at the point of contact, if we assume that it is x2 comma y2, then it is always positive. But at point B, look at this point B. At this point, dy by dx is equal to 0. dy by dx is equal to 0. Why? Why this dy by dx is 0? As if we draw the point, the tangent at this point, taking this point as the point of contact, if we draw the tangent, this tangent becomes parallel to the x-axis. And what is the slope of the line which is parallel to x-axis? Can you tell?
0.
Yes.
0.
Slope of tangent becomes parallel to becomes 0 when curve changes from decreasing to increasing. Is that clear to you? Whenever the curve changes from decreasing to increasing, the slope of tangent becomes 0. That is what? Dy by dx. At that point, if we assume that this point is x1 comma y1 again, this is x dash 1 and y dash 1. Leave this point. We have already discussed about these points. Right? So if this point is x1 comma y1, point of contact is denoted by actually x1 comma y1. If we denoted it by x3 comma y3, it will be odd, as we are discussing this time only about the maxima and minima. So when curve changes from decreasing to increasing, dy by dx at, or leave this x1 comma y1, if we write the coordinate of this point as alpha comma beta. So dy by dx at this point alpha comma beta will become 0. And one more thing which you can observe, can you tell at this point which type of function is there? It is neither increasing nor decreasing. It is taking the minimum value at this point. Is that clear to you? It is taking the minimum value at this point. Now, when the curve changes its property from decreasing to increasing, from A to B, the function was decreasing. And from B to C, the function is increasing. And at B, function is changing its property from decreasing to increasing. And whenever the function changes its property from decreasing to increasing, always remember, this is the point of minimum. Is that clear to everyone? And point alpha comma beta, where slope is 0, is the point of minimum. Is that clear to everyone? So whenever we have to find the point of minima, we have to observe whether the curve is changing from decreasing to increasing or not. And vice versa means in the second type of curve, if we are taking this curve, can you name this curve? Huh? So this is a circle by and look at this, it is increasing. Let's draw a smaller semicircle only. And this is the diameter along x-axis. Center is lying on the x-axis. Okay. So at every point between A to B, from A to B, function is which type of function? If we draw tangent between
increasing,
tangent at any point between A and B, which type of slope we will obtain?
Positive.
Slope of tangent is positive. Means dy by dx at any point between A comma B, if we assume this point to be x1 comma y1, is always greater than or equal to 0. Means function is increasing between A to B. Function is increasing between A to B. And from B to C, what happened to this function? If we again find the slope of the tangent between B to C, it will always produce the tangent slope as less than 0. Slope of tangent will be less than 0. That is dy by dx at x2 comma y2, which lies between B to C, is negative. Means function is decreasing between B to C. Function is decreasing between point B to point C. And what happens at B? Tangent becomes parallel to the x-axis. Look at this. At B. At this point, what happens? First the function is increasing, then it is decreasing. And at B, function has the maximum value of y. Now, this is the maximum value of y. It doesn't go beyond this point along y-axis. Means function has the maximum value at B. Is that clear to you? So function is maximum at point B, where tangent becomes parallel to x-axis. Tangent becomes parallel to x-axis. So what will be the slope of this? Slope of tangent, if we assume this point to be alpha comma beta, coordinate of point B be alpha comma beta, will also be 0. So whether we have to find the point of maxima or we have to find the point of minima, in both the cases dy by dx becomes 0. Is that clear to everyone? So dy by dx equals to 0. The point where dy by dx becomes 0 is called the turning point of the curve, means where the curve either changes from decreasing to increasing, or it changes from increasing to decreasing. Understood everyone? This point is called what? Turning point. So the point where the curve changes its nature either from decreasing to increasing, or from increasing to decreasing. So the point where the curve changes its nature either from decreasing to increasing or from increasing to decreasing. Decreasing to increasing means what? When curve reaches to which point? When the curve changes its property from decreasing to increasing means it has been reached to which point?
Turning point.
Turning point.
Arey, which type of turning point? It is the point of minima, bhai. We have to say. For decreasing function, we have studied that curve changes its property from decreasing to increasing. It means this point is the point of minima. And when the curve changes its property from increasing to decreasing, means this is the point of maxima. This we have discussed in this case. First it is increasing from A to B, then decreases from B to C. So the point where the curve changes its nature either from decreasing to increasing, that is from decreasing to increasing or from increasing to decreasing. That is why, that is the point of maxima or the point of maxima. This point is, that is point of minima. In first case, it is the point of minima. Or point of maxima, respectively. Is called turning point. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
At turning point, dy by dx becomes 0. Is that clear to everyone? So at turning point, dy by dx becomes 0. Okay. So all those points at which the differentiation of a curve becomes 0 are called the turning point. Sometimes there may be 2 or more than 2 turning points also, 2 or more than 2 points of maxima and minima also. Is that clear to you? Sometimes there are 2 or more than 2 point of maxima minima are there. Can you tell any example of the curve in which you have seen several maxima and several minima point?
Sin x, cos x.
Circle.
Yes, sin x and cos x. A circle has only one. Circle has only one point of minima or one point of maxima. Is that clear to you? And circle completely is even not a circle function also. Which curve is this?
Sin x.
Sin x.
Sin x, na? And look at this, at all these points, tangent becomes parallel to x-axis. These all are point of maxima where the curve changes their tendency from increasing to decreasing. And from the curve where it changes from, but the point where the curve changes property from decreasing to increasing are the point of minima. This is y equals to -1, this is y equals to 1. So y equals to 1 is the maximum value of sin x and y equals to -1 is the minimum value of fx. Okay. And this point pi by 2, then next plus 2 pi, na? 5 pi by 2, then again 2 pi. 9 pi by 2 less pi 2 pi means -3 pi by 2 and so on are the point of maxima. Understood? All these points are the point of maxima. Pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, -3 pi by 2. So there are several points of maxima. Similarly, these points are the points of minima, like this 3 pi by 2 plus 2 pi, 7 pi by 2, and this one also -pi by 2. All are the points of minima. So there are several points of minima and several points of maxima. At all these points, dy by dx becomes 0. Understood? You can check also.
Yes, sir.
This is the equation of y equals to sin x. If you find dy by dx, it is cos x. Now find the value of dy by dx at any of the points. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. At all these points, dy by dx will become 0. Cos pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2, cos 5 pi by 2, cos 7 pi by 2, cos minus pi by 2, cos minus 3 pi by 2. All will be 0. So all these points are the point of maxima or the point of minima, or we will say them as the point of turning point. Okay, where the function either becomes maxima or it becomes minimum. Now, after knowing that this is the turning point, now how to detect whether the point is the point of maxima or the point of minima when we don't know the graph of that curve? How will we be able to understand whether it will be the point of maxima or the point of minima? For that, we will do the second derivative test. One method which we have discussed it, when the curve changes its property from decreasing to increasing, it is the point of minima of that curve when it changes from decreasing to increasing. Like we have discussed in first case. This is called first derivative test. Okay. And when the curve changes from increasing to decreasing, it is the point of maxima. This test is called what? First derivative test. Is that clear to you? In first derivative test, after finding the turning point, we have to check whether dy by dx is negative or positive before the turning point and negative or positive after the turning point. If dy by dx is negative, then this is the point of the decreasing function. Means at that point, at that portion of the curve will be decreasing. And when it changes from decreasing to increasing, then that point will be the point of minima. So that method is quite complicated. So we will use second derivative test also sometimes. So how will you use second derivative test? In which In this, we find d2y by dx square. First, we find d2y by dx square, and then we find d2y by dx square at x1 comma y1, where this x1 comma y1 is turning point, which we have already detected using dy by dx equals to 0. So where x1 comma y1 is turning point. So when x1 comma y1 is turning point, when we find d2y by dx square, and if it is negative, then this is said that y is maximum at x1 comma y1. Y is maximum at x1 comma y1, and this x1 comma y1 is called point of maximum, as at this point curve is getting its maximum value. And case second, if d2y by dx square at this turning point x1 comma y1 is greater than 0, then y is minimum at this point, and x1 comma y1 is then called point of minima. X1 comma y1 is called point of minima. Understood, everyone? How to find the point of maximum,
Yes, sir.
minima?
Yes.
So this is very simple method to find the point of maxima and the point of minima, the second derivative test. So you all have written the theory. Now remember this turning point is also called point of inflection. Inflection, okay? Means where the curve changes either from decreasing to increasing or from increasing to decreasing, which we have discussed when the dy by dx becomes 0 is the turning point, or is also called what?
Point of inflection.
Inflection. Okay. Written, everyone? And when is it called point of inflection? This we have written that sometimes it is point of inflection also. So when it is point of inflection, so write about the point of inflection. So point of inflection is the point where dy by dx becomes 0. This we already have studied. But when we check d2y by dx square at this point is neither minimum nor maximum. Means which type of this will be the means? So d2y by dx square is neither negative nor positive. Is that clear to you? If you find d2y by dx square at this point, means it is neither negative nor positive. So if the number is neither negative nor positive, means what? It will be 0. Is that clear to you? This is the third case. The first case is in second derivative test, d2y by dx square is less than 0. Then y is maximum at this point. And the second case is when d2y by dx square is greater than 0, then that point is point of minima. But the point when d2y by dx square becomes 0, that is y is neither maxima nor minima. Y is neither maxima nor minima at this point. So that point is called what? Point of inflection. In case of telling it a point of a turning point, we call it point of inflection if it gives d2 by dx square 0. As at this point, function is neither maxima nor minima. Actually, what happened at this point, curve changes its property neither from maximum or neither from decreasing to increasing or increasing to decreasing, but it changes from convex to concave or concave to convex. Like in this curve, it goes towards the infinity. At this point, it is changing from concave to convex at this point. So this point is point of inflection. At this point also, dy by dx becomes 0, but d2y by dx also becomes 0. Like in this example, which is the first question of our assignment. What is the abscissa of point of inflection in the graph y equals to 1 by 3x cube plus 5x square plus 24. So first we will find dy by dx. dy by dx is 1 by 3 into 3x square plus 5 into 2x plus 0. 3 cancelled out, x square plus 10x. X is common into x plus 10. So for turning point, what we should do? For turning point or point of inflection, means dy by dx is 0, then the point is either the turning point or the point of inflection. So we will put x into x plus 10, the value of dy by dx, as 0. So it is producing two values of x. First is 0 and second is minus 10. Now using second derivative test, to use the second derivative test, first we will find d2y by dx square. So find d2y by dx square. What will be the differentiation of x square plus 2x? It is 2x plus 10. Okay. So when it is 2x plus 10, now we will find d2y by dx at these 2 points. The first point is x equals to 0. So it is giving 2 into 0 plus 10, that is plus 10, which is positive. Means x equals to 0. And if you substitute x equals to 0 in this, y equals to 24, that is 0, 24 is point of minima. This is the turning point actually. This is only the point of minima. Now we will discuss about the case second, when x equals to minus 10. And again, if we find d2y by dx square at this point, substitute in 2x plus 10. So 2 into minus 10 plus 10, it is minus 20 plus 10, that is minus 10. Means it is less than 0. So at x equals to minus 10, y equals to what? Find it. Okay. And that point is point of maxima. Means there is no point of inflection in this curve where d2y by dx square becomes 0. Is that clear to you? Minus 1000 by 3 plus 500, na? 1500 plus 72. So it is 572 upon 3. Okay. So minus 10 comma 572 by 3. Check the calculations. It can be wrong. No problem there. So minus 10 comma 572 by 3 is the point of maxima. So there is no point of inflection where the curve is neither maxima nor minima. Is that clear to everyone? This is 1 by 3x cube, na? So no problem, everything is correct. So there is no point of inflection. That's it. Now read the next question. Find the maximum and the minimum value of the function given by fx equals to x to the power 4 minus x square minus 2. Okay. Find the maximum and minimum value of the function x to the power 4 minus x square minus 2. So what is the first step? First of all, we find the differentiation of fx, that is f dash x. So it is 4x cube minus 2x. This is equivalent to dy by dx, we all know. Now, for turning point, what we should do? For turning point, what we should do? F dash x is kept equal to 0. So it is 4x cube minus 2x equals to 0. When we take 2x common, it is 2x square minus 1 equals to 0. So either x equals to 0 or x equals to 1 by root 2, or one more value is there. Which one? Minus 1 by root 2 is also there, na? As 2x square equals to 1 means x square equals to half. So x equals to plus minus 1 by root 2. So there are 3 points of turning. 3 turning points are there in this question. So we will discuss the double derivative, that is f double dash x at all these points. First is f double dash x, find f double dash x. It is 12x square minus 2. Then find f double dash of first case 0, which is minus 2. So x equals to 0 is point of maximum, as it is producing d2 by dx square less than 0, na? So x equals to 0, that is which point? When we put x equals to 0, value of f0 becomes minus 2. So x equals to 0, that is 0 comma minus 2 is the point of maximum. Second case, f double dash of 1 by root 2. So find the value of f double dash of 1 by root 2. So it is 1 by root 2 whole to the power 4 minus, we are finding for f double dash. Clearly, this f0 equals to minus 2 is maximum value of fx also. Understood, na? Minus 2 is the maximum value of fx, means point of